to all. Welcome to third day or final day session of today. We'll start today's session by the opening remarks. Allow me to invite Honorable Professor Dr. Govinda Raj Bhattarai, Advisor and past President of NELTA, one of the renowned literary figures of Nepal, who reset and reformed Nepalese literature. Welcome, Professor Bhattarai. Over to you. Thank you.
Shall I start, Ashok?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Respected President of NELTA, distinguished presenters from different parts of the world, from home and abroad, especially Dr. Shravan Kumar of India, Dr. Darshana Sanghavira of Sri Lanka, Dr. Thomas Kish of Malaysia, Dr. Phoebe Ling of Hong Kong, Dr. Ayman Elshi of Africa, Dr. Shelley Taylor of Canada, and Mrs. Vaishali Pradhan of British Council. NELTA executives and life members who have worked hard to bring a new light in the Nepalese academia in this dismal period of world history. We don't have personal history or world history. I would like to express my hearty congratulations to Motikala Subba Dewan for her courage and patience while leading such an institution in such a despairing situation. Motikala is the most vibrant lady in the academic history of Nepal. She is as a leader. She is known as the most dedicated member, dedicated to the promotion of NELTA for the last 2 decades, and now as an inflexible personality at this moment of calamity or a pandemic situation. She has led this noble institution and has made this event a great success. There is a big think tank supporting this largest enterprise in Nepal. Among them, most honored ones are 2 professors of TU, Dr. Tirthraj Khania, the founding figure, Dr. Jairaj and Dr. Jairaj Awasthi, whose contribution is immense and incomparable in Nepal, who has nurtured this institution together with thousands of institutional legacies for the last 3 decades uncompromisingly. We all are his disciples. None is an exception. There are other committed hands like young Professor Dr. Lakshman Gemali, Dr. Gangaram Gautam, Meera Shrestha, the former president, and visionary leaders like Hemant Raj Dahal. All have for years contributed their time and money and spirit, making thousands of others to do so for the sake of this institution very selflessly. That is why Nepal feels proud to welcome scholars from east to west, from countries like India, China, Bangladesh, Malaysia, Thailand, Japan, Africa, the UK, USA, Canada, and many more to this institution, and let the world know about our humble efforts of hope. At this moment, we share glory that our NELTA friends have earned by investing many years of time, which has made it possible for us to welcome great scholars like Professor Stephen Krashen, to this webinar. We were delighted to hear of his classic deliberation yesterday. We also enjoyed each of the presentations of the past 2 days, and we have drawn the conclusion that the human history will be classified now as before the COVID-19 and after the COVID-19, the whole human civilization. In between lies a great point of departure, a break and rupture that has rendered the human race helpless. It is the credit of the institution and the materialization of its cherished dream that has brought us here today. At this hour, when we have been locked up, we are locked up at home, and we are contemplating silently we are expressing solidarity and fellow feeling, pretending that a brighter day will dawn soon. I have been attending this virtual meet for the last 3 days, and in the capacity of one of the past presidents of NELTA, I am invited as an observer and would like to share with you, out of curiosity and fellow feeling, curiosity as to how cyber culture can support the lost educationist, stranded classroom teachers, desperate parents, and textbook designers who are involved in the largest industry of the world that expands from primary schools to universities. Each scholar has presented his or her country, however, they have expressed two things unanimously. It is a sudden departure to a strange world, and we are lacking in strategies to cope with the situation. Regarding Nepal situations, two scholars, two addresses of yesterday, one by Professor Abhi Subedi and the next by Professor Jayaraj Avasti, have reflected our situation more vividly, which may be slightly different from the other part of the world. The psychosis is darker, and it has subjugated one and all. The previous deliberations have shown that in some more advanced countries like Japan, the technology may not be very strange, including Nepal, feel really stranded. About 5 million people forms a huge labor force of Nepal, which is the backbone of the nation's economy, which is away from homeland very often and supporting members back home. Now, most of them being jobless or stranded somewhere are facing a darker future. The government schools of Nepal are fed by a poor populace of the remote land where technology will not reach in the near future. So is the case with thousands of higher education institutions. All schools and colleges are closed, and so are universities. Somewhere we pretend to run online classes. The half-hearted students and their parents partake these with no hope at all. Is it only the richer section of the urban setting for which we are worrying a lot today? Everything seems disrupted and everything snapped into two. Even the method of survival, for the lack of any method, millions are at the verge of death, not because of actual disease, but immanent fear of joblessness and hunger. We are no scientists, only teachers, poor teachers, and cannot forecast if ever we can get any remedy. Finally, it is not the teaching or learning of English language only. We have forgotten that part. It is the question of teaching all subjects, history, geography, mathematics, Nepali, and science, if one will be able to teach again. The generation will be able to go to a space called school again. This picture may look grim, but reality is truly harsh and forbidding. It is an experience never had before, we had before. Two of emotions we have nurtured carefully. One is panic, and the next one is bleakness. Despite these facts, NELTA is bearing a dim lamp of hope, expressing world solidarity at this moment of common destiny. This biggest fruit of globalization is being reaped every doorstep today. Thank you very much. We pray for the normalcy, if any humble prayer is left with us. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Professor Bhattarai, for your kind and encouraging words and very, very analytically put forwarding the current situation of the world and also about the country. And your blessings and supports are always with us and make us go further. Once again, thank you very much. We are very much honored and we are blessed and for the warm opening remarks. Thank you, sir. See you again.